two of the super middleweight division's elite. Both fighters unbeaten. Both men two-time world champions. And both fighting it out to position themselves to Canelo Alvarez's super middleweight undisputed crown. This pay-per-view event will come your way in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, on Saturday, November 25th, on Showtime pay-per-view. We're going to bring you another early special fight time, 8 o'clock Eastern, which is, of course, 5 o'clock Pacific time. And it all goes down from the Michelob Ultra Arena at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. And it, of course, is presented by Premier Boxing Champions. Tickets on sale today, available through AXS.com. Again, AXS.com. And of course, this event is being promoted by TGB Promotions and Samson Boxing. Programming note for you, Showtime will also take you inside both fight camps with its Emmy award-winning series, All Access, and it will premiere in mid-November. You know, when we brought you Canelo versus Charlo 2 weeks ago, it was one of 2023's most successful events, in part because of a terrific undercard and the matchups there that supported that main event. The PBC has certainly been all about giving fight fans their money's worth with pay-per-view cards that feature not only the best in boxing in that main event, but some of the sport's top fighters in matchups just as meaningful to support that main event. And I can tell you that the undercard for this event will be just as electric and just as exciting, and more information will be coming your way about the undercard here real soon. But let's talk about why we're here, and that is the main event. And when I talk about the main event, I'm talking about two elite fighters at 168 pounds. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, 2008 Olympian, two-weight division world champion, unbeaten, known for that slick boxing style he has, that powerful left hand. This southpaw was a world champion at 154, 160 pounds, and now has been just as dominant and as successful at 168 pounds. Boo Boo has been demanding a big fight, and he gets it, because he's facing the man Mike Tyson dubbed the Mexican Monster. He calls himself El Monstruo. David Benavidez, unbeaten, two-time WBC super middleweight champion, one of boxing's most exciting fighters, known for that blistering hand speed he has, his punch combinations, the power. Benavidez has long been considered the most avoided man at 168 pounds, and currently the top contender. Let me bring to the stage now. Man who I just talked about, he's unbeaten as well. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade.
Driven to the floor, to the door, nigga, you hear me?
One goddamn cup.
32 and 0. 19 knockout. World champion at 154 and 160 pounds. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. The man he's facing, El Monstruo, David Benavidez. Also unbeaten, 27 and 0, 23 knockouts. He's the two-time WBC super middleweight champion. Two unbeaten fighters, both two-time world champions, fighting for the interim super middleweight title. David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. and it goes down on Showtime pay-per-view. Certainly want to welcome Jose Benavidez Sr., of course, the trainer, manager of David Benavidez as well. Let me bring to the podium here before we talk about the fight with these fighters, the man who's the president of TGB Promotions, Mr. Tom Brown.
Thank you, Brian. Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. Well, here we are once again, announcing another PBC mega fight on pay-per-view Showtime, Showtime pay-per-view in one of Boston's hottest divisions, the super middleweights. This is an excellent matchup between two undefeated fighters willing to put it all on the line. The Mexican monster, David Benavidez, is one of boxing's most entertaining fighters with his aggressive, crowd-pleasing style. He's a fighter who's always trying to knock your head out. The guy can crack. Andrade, as Brian said, is an undefeated two-division world champion. He's a slick, powerful southpaw, a great counterpuncher, and he has that type of style that makes it very difficult for his opponent to prepare for him in training camp. Now, the winner of this WBC Interim Championship fight will obviously emerge as a clear front runner for Boston's biggest superstar, the undisputed super middleweight world champion, Canelo Alvarez. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in Vegas, November 25, Thanksgiving weekend. I'm sure Brittany will have a nice spread for the fighters and their team right up to the weigh-in. What you don't want to miss is at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom. Bring to the podium man, President of Showtime Sports, Mr. Steven Espinoza.
Thank you, Brian. Well, as Tom and Brian both said, Showtime and PBC continue to lead the industry. The biggest slate of exciting fights, exciting fighters. This Saturday, we've got an all-action matchup. Tim Tszyu, Brian Mendoza, two big punchers in a super welterweight title fight. And November 25th, another great fight in a great year of fights. Two of the most skilled and accomplished fighters in the 168-pound division, the best versus the best. Been saying that all year, been saying that for a couple years, but it never gets old because that's what we do. This will be David Benavidez's 9th appearance on Showtime. His first appearance on the network was back in 2015 at the age of 18 years old on ShowBox. He won his first world title on Showtime. He's coming off a big win in his first pay-per-view headline fight with Caleb Plant. He is one of the most exciting fighters in the sport. All action, big puncher. He has stopped 6 of his last 7 opponents. But in Andrade, he's got a very worthy opponent. Former Olympian, 2-division world champion, hasn't lost a fight in 15 years. He likes to say he is the most avoided fighter in boxing, but I think both of these guys can make that claim. And what do you do when you have 2 avoided fighters in the sport? And you've got one mega fight lurking. Everybody knows the elephant in the room, everybody wants a Canelo fight. But what I respect about these 2 men in this fight is they're not waiting. They're not sitting at home waiting to get a phone call. They're going out and making their case, taking tough fights, taking big challenges, taking risks, because that's what this sport is all about. On November 25th, no one is avoiding anyone. It's a great matchup, Thanksgiving Day treat, and it will be at Mandalay Bay, the site of certainly the greatest fight in Showtime history, one of the greatest fights in the history of the sport. I'm talking, of course, about Corrales versus Castillo. And the spirit of Corrales versus Castillo will be in that arena. And I'm very confident that on that night, we will get something very close. We will see you on November 25th. Thank you.
Thank you, Steven. Guys, let's talk about the fight. It's great. 2 unbeaten guys, both 2-time world champions. Jose, give us your scouting report and your thoughts on your son taking on Demetrius Andrade.
Primero, les quiero dar las gracias a todos por estar aquí con nosotros. Creo yo que tenemos un peleador muy peligroso, un peleador olímpico, un campeón que nadie quiere pelear. Nos vamos a preparar, estamos trabajando muy duro, pero creo yo que David Benavidez está preparado para esto y mucho más. Creo yo que David Benavidez lo va a parar más o menos como en el 8 round o 9 round, pero es un peleador peligroso que no podemos sobreestimar y estamos con todo y queremos demostrarles a todos que David Benavidez, el monstruo, es el número 1 en las 168 libras. First of all, I want to thank everybody for being here. I like this guy. I think this guy is a great fighter. He's not a horrible fighter. I think he's a special fighter, very dangerous. He's a champion, Olympian, but I think David is going to stop him, like in the 8th round. I think we got to prove ourselves, and he has to look spectacular in order to get the bigger fights. And I think David is the best at 168.
Thank you, sir. David, your thoughts on this fight? Is it the biggest fight, considering this man's resume, that you've had so far in your career, and what kind of fight should we expect on November 25th?
Yeah, definitely. This is the biggest fight of my career up to this date. You know, I give Demetrius Andrade a lot of props. He's a great fighter. You know, a lot of people have been dubbing him for a long time. So I feel like I was in the seat they used and that nobody wanted to give him the opportunity. But now we came together to get an opportunity to make a great fight happen. And these are the type of fights I want. I want to make my own lane. I want to fight the best out of the best. Demetrius Andrade is up there as one of the best in this weight class. So, you know, I know it's not going to be an easy fight. I know it's going to be a tough fight, but at the end of the day, this is going to bring the best out of me. And I'm a monster for a reason.
Demetrius, listen, a number of people love your credentials, but they said he's never been in a top flight fight against a great fighter, is what they would say. Do you believe that kind of criticism ends after you fight David Benavidez, and what kind of fight should we expect on November 25th?
Yo. Yeah, David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade. Woo! Listen, pay-per-view, all right? Get the tickets, get the pay-per-view, order that shit, man. Listen, this is a great opportunity for myself. It's a great opportunity for David Benavidez to put on a show, to keep Showtime, PBC, and helping them do what they've been doing best, putting the best versus the best. So I'm excited. This is a great matchup. Again, David is giving me the opportunity to become a 3-divisional world champion, and so I'm looking forward for that. And so we're here. We're ready to rumble.
Is that criticism end after this fight?
Listen, this guy's 10 for 10 for 10 for 10. There's nothing about this guy you can criticize on, and so therefore we got ourselves a great fight.
What kind of fight should we expect when you get in the ring with him?
I think it's going to be a great fight. I think our styles are going to clash real well, and I think we're going to put on a show and make the best man win, of course. And man, get the tickets, pay-per-view, Andrade and Benavidez. Let's go, baby. I'm excited. Speaking. Yeah.
David, you've fought a boxer in Caleb Plant in your last fight. How is this one different?
I mean, everything about Demetrius Andrade is different. You know, his fighting style is different. He's a lefty. His combination selection is different. So it's up to me to go in there and do the homework for myself and see what I can learn from him off his previous fights, and then just putting the game plan together. You know, like I said, this guy's a world-class fighter, and he's not gonna give me an easy fight at all. You know, and he's hungry for the fight. So that's gonna make a great fight and a great event for everybody at Showtime, and the fans will be the ones that are gonna win, because it's gonna be an amazing fight.
Do you believe, David, this is the fight where the winner takes on Canelo Alvarez next?
I don't know. I'm not worried about Canelo Alvarez. I'm worried about Demetrius Andrade.
Fuck Canelo. This is it. This is the Super Bowl of the 168 division right here. This is it right here. This is the biggest fight that can be made right here. And it's grateful to be here doing it in Showtime, but this is it. David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade, the two avoided fighters. Yeah, I haven't fought the best because the best doesn't want to fight. So he can have that same claim, but at this time, in our obstacle, in our journey, it's now. So this is the fight.
His father just said You're a great fighter, but he's stopping you in the 8th round.
My dad's not here. Sam, come over here, Sam. Look at my dad. Come over here. Talk some shit real quick. No, listen. Father and son relationships, man. I have my dad. He's not previous here right now, but it's also great to see that these two coming together, making it work. I have that relationship as well, and just that bond. So I know that he's gonna have the love in his corner. I'm gonna have the love in my corner, and the best of us will come out that night. So it's gonna be great, man. And God bless them for keeping the strength and the family together. So that's big. So that's all it's about. But get those pay-per-views. Get those tickets. Fuck that streaming shit. Fuck the damn stick shit. This is something you don't want to miss. Get those pay-per-views, man. Stop playing.
Demetrius, a number of people have written about this fight, and when they talked about it, they said, quote, skilled boxers like Andrade are the ones that give Benavidez problems. Caleb Plant did it for half of the fight, but didn't have the power to keep Benavidez off of him in the second half of the fight when David took over. Do you believe your power combined with your boxing skills will be the difference in this fight?
Yeah, I believe that my ability, my power, my mind, my strength, my soul, can overtake anything. And I bet Benavidez has that same will. That's why he was able to come on later on in that round and take on Plant. Listen, November 25th, we will be seasoning up some turkey. It's going to call the Benavidez fist. But listen, I definitely have what it takes. This is just a great moment. And so, let's just get the show on the road.
David, you've heard that criticism. Boxers give you problems. Now you've got a southpaw who's got some pop. Your response to that?
I mean, that's why I'm taking this challenge, because I want to shut everybody's mouth up. Like I said, I know when great fighters get put in front of me, the best comes out of myself, and I become a great fighter myself. So this is my passion. This is something I love to do. I'll give everything in the ring, and I'll give everything for my fans too. So they're gonna see 110% of myself in the ring November 25th.
What do you believe, David, is going to be the difference in this fight?
It's the training camps, and I've always said that what wins the fights are the training camps, and I've been training extremely hard. I've been really motivated since my last fight, and just being at this level, being at the pay-per-view level, I just want to keep being here, and like I said, just keep working hard and staying disciplined and staying motivated.
Demetrius, for people watching, give them a reason why they need to watch this fight on November 25th.
I mean, I just kind of explained it the whole way through. David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. Get them tickets. This is the best fight that can be made at 168 pounds. This is the best fight that can be made in the middleweight division. This is the best fight that's going to be closing out this year. That's going to be compatible to all the fights this year, all the best fights that Showtime put on. This is the best fight, one of them. And we're going to do our job to make sure it was the greatest night. November 25th. Let's get it.
Do you believe